History has laid witness in showing progress. There is a saying, you can't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been. The Emancipation Proclamation was one of the first steps. The March on Washington got us closer. Let's see what the future has to offer. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Nate Morrison.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrows. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You see, Bill Withers released that song in 1972 when life was a little less complex. I mean, times were hard, but the community pulled together when money was funny or the bank had a problem printing out checks. Even though there were worries in the world, there wasn't a worry in the world because people leaned on each other. People didn't need money. All it took was a little spit and a handshake, and I'll fight for you, your sisters, or your brothers. You see, so much happened in 72, but because of what we believed in as a people, our nation was unbendable. In God we trusted. I mean, men were men, and fathers were just so much more dependable. And now it seems as if men have relinquished their rights to be men, and wives look at their husbands as being expendable. The TV raising our kids while they're looking up to the movie stars, the athletes, the rappers, glorifying their lifestyles as if the gold chains and the sagging pants is an action that's commendable. Man, what are we doing? Where have we gone? Our world needs something, somebody to lean on. You see, my point is that we try so hard to be different. But the truth is that even though they weren't as technically advanced back in the day, life was still that, life. Not as many noses were in the air. Not as many backs were turned because what we had was good enough. It actually sufficed. Man, what are we doing? Where have we gone? Our world needs something, somebody to lean on. You see, I remember in the movie Lean On Me, Mr. Clark, he was bold enough to put chains on the doors. He had his security team yelling, "Code Red! Code Red! Remove the chains if the fire chief tries to get on any of these floors." I'm standing here today trying to be like Mr. Clark, screaming, "Code Red! Code Red! We've got to remove the chains from this generation's minds. We've created a monster. Not just a generation, but a society that capitalizes on taking from the poor so that the rich can stay rich.